Hey, Giants fans, Shaun O'Hara here alongside Eli Manning. And guess what? Season 2 is upon us. Can you believe it?
I'm excited. I can believe it. You know, they wanted to trade you like Cleveland did to the Giants, but I said, no, I need the big man up front. We got to have him. He's my guy. I couldn't do the show without you, Shawnee.
Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, this show is mimicking your career. We didn't know if there would be a year 2 after you got drafted.
Exactly.
We traded the farm for you. But look, before we get on to season 2, let's just take a quick look back on season 1. We had a lot of good times. We had some fun guests. What stood out to you the most?
You know, I think it was just like playing the games, playing Pop-A-Shot with Kevin Durant, right? I mean, I beat him in Pop-A-Shot. He asked for extended time, and then, you know, I let him win just because, you know, I didn't want to hurt his feelings or anything. And then what about air hockey with Lundqvist?
Yeah, you guys got a little heated.
I was sweating. I thought because he was in the suit, I might be able to beat him, but no, he's strong in the suit. He's got a good suit game.
Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, I'll be honest. Seeing you throw a pass to Kevin Durant, like, kind of reminded me of the good old days. Yeah, big tall receiver going up for it.
Going up for
that was cool. I think Kevin Hart coming on was pretty. Yeah, that was comical, and he went full tilt.
Giants fans didn't like that. He was hard on the Giants. You got to eat a lot, which is always fun.
Yes, a lot of food.
Yes.
Yeah, we had the Infladium. That was
good.
Big time.
And what about the opening scene with the car doing the reach over? You know.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
With Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz was phenomenal.
He was.
That was
good.
Great.
That was really good.
I passed the test.
You did barely. Yeah, you took a sip of my drink.
All right, listen. Season 2 now. We've had some fun, kind of promoting this show a little bit as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, always good to get Big Bro in on it. You know, kind of had him. You know,
Peyton's trying to dodge you.
Yeah,
right?
He's like, you know, he never gives me his number. I had to like call my parents to get his number, and had to, you know, get him to be a part of this. I threatened to tell a story that, you know, that's kind of a secret between us, to get him to kind of help out and to come on the show again this year.
How often when you call him does it go like right to voicemail?
Yeah, it's really, it's like one ring, voicemail.
Yeah,
and then
I'm on to you.
And I get a text like back. Hey, right. What do you want? That's what I get. You know, it's like, don't call me, just text me,
so
whatever
what do you
you
want.
Need.
Not like, hey, I'm working out, or call you back in 5.
No, what do you want? Like, why are you calling me? What do you need?
Yeah, sounds about right. We were in the city.
We had a big day in the city. I am a Gondolonian. Gold?
No, that's Mandalorian. Gondolier?
A gondolier. A Gondolierian, okay. I believe is. I think it's Gondolierian. Yeah, so I'm working a gondola. Who knew that you had such skills on the ukulele?
I didn't know either. I blacked out on the gondola. You were going so fast and in circles that, you know, we all got dizzy.
Yeah.
But it was educational too. We got to go to the Met.
And I sang that song for like an hour or 5 hours the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's a little catchy.
The Met was awesome. You know, that was kind of fun. You got to be like a statue. I got to give a tour, and I got to sell hot dogs for a long time. It was hot in there. It was hot in the hot dog stand.
We put you to work. I mean, you were handing out hot dogs. You were working the pedicab, offering free rides, directions, whatever the fans wanted.
Yeah, when I signed on for season 1, I thought I was just like in a studio. You come do 10 shows and you're out. This is like, I'm going to the city. We're going all over the place. You know, season 2, we got some adventures coming up, and a good start, I think.
Great start. We got some big time guests coming up.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, the Wrexham new owners. They own a football team.
Yeah,
football club.
So I'll be honest, they're coming on, and Wrexham, like, I thought it was like another Marvel comic when I heard it, like, Welcome to Wrexham. I'm like, oh, what superheroes are these? So I will say this: it's been pretty cool, kind of learning about their football club.
Their football.
And I used air quotes because we call it soccer.
The whole conversation is very confusing with the football talk, because sometimes we were talking football, and sometimes we're talking their football.
Yeah,
but it's fun. It was fun. And it's an interesting show and story for them, and like the Premier League, and you're dropping leagues. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, and they're both football fans, NFL football fans.
Right.
You know, we've got Rob is a fan of the Eagles. Ryan's a fan of the Packers.
I think Rob's a fan. I'm kind of Ryan. I mean, Ryan. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, well, he lives in New York now too, right? He was at a Giants game years ago, so we know that he's kind of like, but through osmosis, I think he's a Giants fan. But he's Canadian, so you can never really trust him.
He asked how many goals I scored in playing football, so like, I'm a little worried if he's a real fan or not.
Yeah, and he said he saw you playing on the pitch in Wembley,
exactly,
or here in the Meadowlands. So there goes his credibility. We got to go into the Bronx, and we got to meet up with Destroying, who has these unbelievable one-on-one clinics. And you got to throw your hat right in there. You jumped right in. It was like old times.
I know. It's like a little nervous, because he's doing these one-on-ones. These guys are playing for money. They're like competing for $10,000, and it's like, hey, Eli, you got to go throw some one-on-one 10 yards and in routes. Like you're throwing a fade to a guy you've never seen before.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna run here. You go there, drawing plays.
Like
in the dirt.
You don't want to throw a bad pass and this guy gets knocked out and doesn't win because it's like up to me. Yeah. Some of the routes on the dirt, it's like. I'm gonna run in there and I'm gonna get open, and it was very interesting because if a guy says, "Hey, I'm running an out," and all of a sudden he runs an in and you throw it to him, you're supposed to tell like the ref, like, no, he ran the wrong route. You can't just go improv, and so it's a lot of pressure. So they ran a lot of option routes. I might break in or I might break out, so they kind of leave it pretty loose there.
Yeah, sounds like some of the receivers we played with to make it up on the fly.
I thought you were gonna do one of these things, And then we got to go in Yankee Stadium for a little bit, throw some routes in there. Yeah, it's always good. What else did we do?
Yeah.
We were right here, right?
American Dream.
American Dream.
Yeah. Big day.
We got the DJ Envy. And he's doing the Monday night game versus the Cowboys. He's DJing here, so that'll be cool. That'll be a good environment.
It's a big night. We got the Ring of Honor. We've got a bunch of guys going in. Ronnie Barnes, one of our favorite people in the entire world.
Ronnie B loves sinners. He's a trainer for the Giants. Been here for 40 years.
Longer.
40-something years.
Yeah, probably like 60 years he's been here. I think he's like 90, right? Ronnie, I think he was part of the original ownership of the Giants.
1925. I think he was here. But Ronnie's the best, but he loves the sinners. He's like, he takes care of the sinners.
He took care of me. Yeah. He introduced me to my wife, so I owe him a lot.
Yes, that's a good story. I'm going to save that.
Save that for another time. It's not that great of a story.
I like my version better than your version.
The start was not great. The ending is good. So DJ Envy at American Dream Mall. We also got to...
and our kids were there. Kids were at that one.
We got to throw a little snow.
Yeah, right? We got to ride some rides.
They got to throw snowballs at you, which I think they thoroughly enjoyed.
I think
you got whitewashed.
I got destroyed. It was cold. It was cold snow. Yeah, shocking. You wouldn't think it would be, but it was.
A little sledding. And then like all things, every time you take a kid to the American Dream Mall, you've got to ride some rides. We got to do that a little bit. Got to scream.
Yes.
And then I think you had something special as the exclamation point. Didn't you?
Got slimed.
Nice.
I got slimed, like Ghostbuster style. I got slimed. And the whole fam did. So that was, I don't know how you got out of that. I think there was a switch. I thought you were supposed to do it, and all of a sudden you got your kid the fake sick or something.
No, she fell asleep on me.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
She was exhausted from throwing snow at you.
Yeah, that's easy. You just put them on a bench, and then you can go get slime.
Is that what you did? You put a 3-year-old on the bench and tell them not to fall off?
Exactly.
Or no, hoping
it's
nobody
the first time they hit the
yeah.
bench. That's where the saying came from.
Gotcha.
You're riding the bench. Okay. I mean, fell asleep
riding
as a kid.
Parenting 101 by Eli.
While you get slimed.
Note to self: don't let Uncle Eli babysit any kids. He might leave them on a bench. All right, I'm writing that one down.
Only when they're asleep.
All right, E, we got a big season for the Giants. Obviously, everybody's looking forward to the start and looking forward to the new era of Joe Shane and Brian Dable. But yeah, we got a special trip to London. The Giants are playing the Packers at Tottenham Stadium. You're going to be there, right?
I'm going to be there, and we're doing a show.
That's right.
Yeah,
we got a special edition.
The Eli Manning Show is going to London.
Right, Werewolf in London.
Yeah, let's go. It's going to be awesome. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll find out.
We're going to be drinking lots of coffee and trying to stay awake.
Yes,
no doubt.
Course,
we'll probably have a little fun.
We played there, and it was kind of a quick in and out trip. You don't get to do a whole lot. I've never been there besides the 2 games that I got to play there, but we It was a great trip. 07 went there. I proved to the world that I'm faster than Jason Taylor, and we have the evidence to prove that.
Yes,
he had
yes,
the
we
angle.
do.
He had the angle, and I just outran him to the end zone.
What's ironic is you had like 3 guys open in the end zone, and you chose not to throw it to
It was very
anyone
wet.
of them.
It was very wet. It was very
The
rainy.
pitch.
The pitch was not good.
The pitch couldn't handle your speed.
It could not.
Maybe that's the problem. We should have played more games in London,
fast.
and you would have been a lot more athletic.
I'm fast. I think it's the time change. It helped me.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
faster.
I think what I remember most about the trip is you were the first person to sleep on the plane, and I
Yes.
think you were the only one that got any sleep on the plane. So that
Yes.
makes sense that you.
Well, Shockey
performed
did
well.
not get any sleep on the plane. He tried his
No.
best to keep me up.
Yeah, I think Jeremy, he was on the complete opposite program. He was like, "How long can I stay up?" I think he might not have slept the whole weekend. I think he just stayed up and just made it a 3-day affair.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, that'll be a good trip. There's nothing better than a flight home from London after a big win.
That was fun. That was fun. That was also one of the only times that it was the only time that after a game we got to stay overnight.
Right. Yeah.
And got to go
That was
hang
cool.
out. Go
Yeah, that
hang
was
out.
cool.
And,
we got to celebrate together, and actually,
celebrate.
some of the players on the Dolphins team, we ended up running into them as well, which was unique in itself. But that was fun.
And I remember one of the great stories after the game. Go back to the hotel, and I see my wife Abby and my mom went to the game, so they were kind of sitting in the lobby. So I went and sat with them for like 20 minutes and hung out, and saw a bunch of guys. Hey, we're gonna meet up here. So all right, I'm gonna go change. I go to my room, and Abby's with me, and I walk in the room, and there's Richie Soybert naked in my bed, just watching TV. And so Abby got a interesting look and perspective of what goes on a typical road game. Is when you walk into your room, and he'd stolen one of my keys, and there he was, just kind of hanging out. He's like, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for 20 minutes." He went through all the effort to do it. Like, you can't leave. And just, I think he had his wife's texting him like, "Where are you? We're waiting on you." He's like, "I gotta ride this out. Like, it's too good." And then so that was a good start.
You gotta love Richie. He probably ordered room service too.
Yeah.
Put that on your tab.
Yeah.
No doubt. Rubbed your pillows. Richie's great.
I had to call.
You can't unsee that.
Get the sheets changed and get everything removed from the bill, especially the TV bill.
Yeah, housekeeping's got to come in. You can't unsee that.
No.
When Soybert pulls that kind of prank.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it erased from my vision, my mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's a great visual to leave everybody with.
So.
Richie, great job. Like everything else, you've ruined the podcast now visually. Nobody can get their heads off of anything but
how about us doing podcasts now? I mean, we have a show. We're doing a podcast. What's going on here?
I feel like we are hanging out more now than when we played,
Definitely.
and I don't know who's getting sick of who, but I think we need a little break.
I think a break.
Let's take a little time away, and you know what? How about this? How about we reconvene on September 15th, which is when we are going to air the very first episode of Season 2, The Eli Manning Show.
I like it. It sounds like a good plan. All right. See you for dinner tonight.
See you there.